You ever think about the fact that the person you were a decade ago is dead? I mean, properly dead, buried in the past, never coming back. Not, oh, I've changed a bit dead. I mean, the actual you from back then, the one who thought, felt, saw the world in their own weird little way is gone. Extinct. Even the you from a year ago is gone. A minute ago? Also gone. The guy from a second ago? Dead. Sorry. The only real you that exists is the one sitting right here, right now, in this exact present moment. And I'm gonna prove it. Think about it. Yourself isn't some immortal little soul riding in your brain, untouched by time. It's made of memories, habits, thoughts, emotions, all stored in a lump of meat that rewires itself every single day. Neuroscientists have a word for this. It's called neuroplasticity. Your brain is like clay, constantly reshaping by what you do, what you feel, and what happens to you. That means your mental blueprint today isn't the same one you've had even yesterday. In fact, about 98% of your atoms in your body are replaced every year. You're literally a different physical object? Wow. David Hume, the 18th century philosopher, called this bundle theory. He argued there's no fixed self, only a bundle of perceptions constantly changing. Look inside yourself, he said, and you'll never find a permanent I. Just a stream of experiences flickering by like frames in a film reel. Now, here's where it gets weird. If that's true, and all evidence says it is, then the you from even a second ago isn't you anymore. Think about him. That poor guy. He was you, right? He had your name, your face, your memories. He thought he'd live forever, but no. He's already gone. And you're wearing his skin like some kind of weird identity inheritance. We fear death like it's some far-off final event, but it's really not. We die constantly. We've been dying since we were born. Every moment is a tiny funeral for the person we just were. And yeah, maybe that's a little depressing, but it's also kind of hilarious. Imagine throwing a birthday party for every single micro you that's died. You'd never stop eating cake. There'd be balloons everywhere, funeral music in the background just to keep the vibe. This idea isn't just me losing my mind on camera, it's been around for years. In Buddhism, there's a concept of anatta, no self. The self is an illusion, a constantly changing process. In existentialism, Sartre and Camus said we aren't fixed beings, we're constantly becoming until we stop. And modern neuroscience? It's on board too. Your personality, memories, even your sense of morality, all of it changes depending on what your brain's been through. The you that cried over the first heartbreak, the you that believed in the tooth fairy, the you that thought pineapple on pizza was a crime, they're all gone. Their worlds died with them. Here's the real mind melter. If every version of you dies and gets replaced, who's the real you? Spoiler, there isn't one. You're just the current moment's you, and tomorrow you'll be replaced again. You're basically a mayfly of a human body, living in 24-hour cycles of identity death. That means when you think, one day I'll die, no, you've already done it millions of times. And yet, you don't mourn those past selves. You don't miss the you from 3 weeks ago. So, maybe death isn't the big terrifying full stop we think it is. Maybe it's just the next, slightly bigger change. So what do we do with this? Well, you could freak out. Or you could realize that every version of you is a one-time limited edition. This moment, right now, is the only time this exact you will ever exist. That's incredible. That's rare. You get to live your own funeral and your own birth every second. And if that's not the weirdest superpower in the world, I don't know what is. So yeah, the person you were is already dead. And the person you're about to become will replace you soon enough. That's the deal. Which means you've got one job. Live this like he's the only one there'll ever be. Because he is. And hey, before this version of you dies in a few seconds, hit the subscribe button.